If you're watching this video, it's because your life has hit the fan, your marriage is falling apart. Your wife has said something to you like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Or she sat across the table and seemingly out of the blue, after maybe even months of what you thought was an okay marriage, she said, I'm done. I want to get out of here. This isn't for me. I need to go find myself. Now, I'm not here to judge her or to tell you what's wrong with her. I'm here to talk to you about your expectations of what you're about to go through. Every relationship is made of two sides of the street. Now, it's important that you do own what you did right in the first place. You were a provider. You loved her the best you could. But there was also another part of you that was checked out, that you thought you could just essentially mail in the success. You probably did a couple things wrong in this process. Number one, you probably made her your emotional center. You look to her for your validation. Now, that's super common. In fact, I think culture wants us to do that. I think culture says to us, if you get married and you find the woman, she is going to look at you in such a way and treat you in such a way that you'll be complete. You complete me. The famous words from Jerry Maguire. Now, I hope you know that that's absolute bullshit. If there's some part of you that feels like you can't live without her, then that's a broken, childish, immature, wounded inner kid in you that's looking for mommy. It hurts to hear that. And I've been there. My wife that I've been married to 16 years now said that to me in kinder words about 15 years ago. And she goes, gosh, you're so codependent. That was an arrow that hit straight to my heart. I was totally shocked, not because it wasn't true, but because it was correct. She was right. There was a wounded inner child in me looking for some kind of maternal or paternal energy to make me feel okay. I took the woundedness in me that was supposed to go find God, the higher power, the source that is holding everything together, and instead I focused all that neediness on her. This is dangerous, and it always smothers and always ruins marriages. Now, it's not to say she wasn't dealing, and I mean, by she, I mean your wife. It's not to say she wasn't dealing with her own wounded childhood, her own father or mother wounds, looking to someone to rescue her or to fix her life, and then choosing you to be the object of her anger and her frustration and her rage for all the shit that happened to her as a kid that she didn't know where to point that rage and anger and frustration. It's not to say she doesn't need her own help. It's not to say that she doesn't need to go to therapy or find a coach or read some books, and more importantly, take complete responsibility for her own life. But all you can do is choose your own actions and to take your own actions. This is a slow process. It takes a long time. There have been many hard seasons in my life where I didn't know what to do. And so all I did was take the next known right step. I just knew what the next thing was. Sometimes that was picking up the phone and reaching out to a person who I knew would listen. Sometimes that was just going to a 12-step meeting. Sometimes it was reading a book. But I figured out after a certain time, after, I don't know, the dozenth book, the 20th book, whatever certification, that actually the information doesn't matter as much as the integration. What is the integration? The integration is taking an action instead of just having a thought. We can't think our way out of this. You can't speak your way out of this with her. Probably what's happened with you and her is that you have said too many things with taking too little action. So she's lost trust in your word. What's worse is you probably have lost trust in your word. You probably don't feel like you are capable of keeping your word to yourself. Now, here's a quick test. If you're thinking, man, what's this guy talking about? Is he serious? Is he accusing me of not keeping my word? Here's how you know. Here's how you know whether you're keeping your word or not to yourself. Look at your life. How many times have you said, I'm going to lose weight and haven't? How many times have you said, I'm going to complete that project and haven't? How many times have you said, I'm going to quit that job or apply for the new one or do whatever it is, and you just haven't done it? Now, I'm not saying you're a lazy piece of shit. I'm not. In fact, I don't even like the word lazy at all. I don't truly believe in it. What I'm saying is there's a part of you that is also wounded. There's a part of you looking to be rescued or fixed or doted on or loved, and you're waiting for someone to come and do it. And that wounded inner child part of you is waiting for someone to tell you what to do and come and rescue you. You know of fight, flight, or freeze, but did you know of fawn? The fawning response, which is like, I'm so powerless, I'm just waiting for someone to come and get me. And you're spending a ton of energy on, let's say, work, most likely. Now, why work? Well, that's the easiest place where you get this feedback system that says, your work is valuable. Here is money. Here is status. Here's a business. Here's your exit plan. All the while, you've kind of forgotten those around you who don't need you, by the way, to fix things. They need your presence. They need your listening ear. They need your nonverbal protection. They need your protection through action, but not in the way that you've done in the past. Most of the time, they need you to take care of yourself first. They need you to take supremely good care of the basics, making sure your mental, emotional, and spiritual health is as good as it can possibly be. Again, this is a slow process. And there's a paradox to it as well. There is what we call in the theological world the now and the not yet, right? Jesus says that you are a new creation. Thumbs down. I don't know where that came from. Jesus says you are a new creation. There it is again, weird. And yet you also have to say you are working your salvation out with fear and trembling. There is a lot of subtleties to this. It's going to take a long time. So what do you do now? First of all, I want you to take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Put your hands over your heart. And in your mind or in your imagination or out loud, say to that part of you that feels immature, say to that part of you that feels lost, I may not know how to fix this. I may not know the way out, but I'm capable of learning. And more importantly, I'm capable of taking small, regular, consistent steps to get out of this and to find who I really am. So that in finding who I really am, I create the conditions for those around me to fall back in love, or to fall in love with the first time with the real person I am, the truest version of me. Guys, that's the best you can hope for. That's the best and highest thing that you can work towards. So what else do you need to do? You need to take that same voice that you just spoke to yourself with, and you need to say out loud, God, I need help. This thing that I'm in is outside of my scope. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn. Show me where to go. Show me what to do. And now, brother, I want you to listen. Maybe you have a pen nearby. Write something down. Notice what comes up to you, because now you're going to get into the practicing of listening and following your intuition, or what you think God might be saying to you. It's important that you take action. That's how you work this listening muscle. That's how you practice it, is you listen, you hone in, you tune in, and then you go do. And then in the doing, that's when you learn, is this the right thing or not? And it's okay if it's not. Don't get caught up in the perfection of thinking this has got to be the perfect thing. There isn't a perfect thing. We live in an imperfect world. We are imperfect men. But much can be done by taking regular, consistent, slow action nice and slow. No one gets the body of their dreams overnight. No one builds the business of their dreams overnight. No one builds the marriage of their dreams overnight. It takes a lot of work. But more importantly, you got to take it slow. You have to be consistent. Do so with two things in mind. I'll wrap this up. Number one, unhook your expectations from what you think needs to happen. Let it go. Pretend like it's already gone. And in a way it is, because since the beginning of this relationship to now, you have changed. She has changed. Everything's changed. And you have to recognize it's not going back to the way it was before. Everything in the future is going to be new. So unhook your expectations of what you think that needs to be. The second thing I want you to go into this with is massive curiosity. Get curious, especially about yourself. What do you need? What do you want? What do you want? That's the first recorded words in the Gospel of John of Jesus Christ. What do you want? Ask yourself that. Is it just to be married? Notice my face when I said that. Because, brothers, there's more to life. By the way, I'm married. I love being married. I'm married to the woman of my dreams. I think marriage is a calling. I think marriage is a sacrament. I think if you're married, it's a ministry. Are you called to that ministry? Or are you worried about this marriage breaking up because of how people will look at you? Are you worried that you're going to look bad? So what do you want? All right, guys, if you need more resources, then go down below to the comments. I got 3 links. Number 1, there's a free PDF that I have for you. That's a proven 3-step process on unhooking yourself from codependency, anxious attachment, and nice guy syndrome. I've been giving this PDF out for the last year, and thousands of men have told me they love it. So go download that thing. It's totally free. The second thing that you can do if you are stuck in this part of your relationship and you completely need help is book an hour-long coaching call with me at an introductory rate. Normally, my price with my coaching clients who are founders, entrepreneurs, and business owners is about $500 an hour. I'm going to offer it to you for $100 because I want you to get on there and have no excuses to get a map in 1 hour for what you need to do to your life to get it on the path. The third thing you can do if you're like, that's still out of my price range, I don't know what to do, I need to do something, then I've distilled all those books I mentioned before, all those podcasts I listened to, thousands of hours of certifications, degrees, and everything down into a simple 10 or 11 episode fast track heal your codependency course. Each lesson's really short. It's only about 5 minutes. Some of them are like 8 or 9. Now you might think that's too fast. I mean, it is fast, but I did that on purpose so you'd get that concentrated what you need to do to deal from this. And then after each lesson, I want you to do the exercises. I give you 3 to 5 exercises. I want you to sit in those for a week. Sit in each one of those lessons for a week. Re-listen to it several times. Do the homework. By the 3rd or 4th week, you're going to start to notice a massive difference in your life. You're going to recognize that things can change. All right, fellas, don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep coming back. I'm going to keep pumping this content out. If you don't follow me, go follow me on Instagram, Ron, R-O-N-B, Cecil, C-E-C-I-L. Looking forward to seeing you there.